Hey everyone, welcome back. Well, this was intended to be a Foodie Beauty update from Keemstar and LolCowLive and LolCow Queens. And as things normally do with Chantal from time to time, things get extremely dark. On the screen, you see a man that went by the name Etika online. And he was a gamer. He had a very successful channel. He was also on Twitch for a while. He dealt with some mental health problems throughout his career. And he had channel terminations, you know, all sorts of things. So I was just watching Keemstar on LolCowLive, and I didn't actually hear specifically what Chantal said. So I will be listening to that part the first time with you if you haven't seen it yet. But when I saw Keem, I heard him say Etika, and I know who that is or was. So I'll talk a little more about Etika at the end of the video, so please stay tuned for that. And I also just want to say, too, that I've been criticized for being not so nice to Chantal in the recent past, where I used to be much more patient with her and gave her a lot of grace. And watching Keemstar's reaction to Foodie Beauty, it reminded me of myself, thinking that you're just clowning on someone, having a good time, but they take it to such a deep, dark place that you are in shock, that you're just shocked. How could a person say something like this? And I mean, I remember that moment for me. Anyone from the show or any of the viewers of LolCowLive are listening to this or watching this and you don't know much about Chantal, her husband and her, they were in Thailand, and they went to a park where there were tigers that were drugged and sedated so that tourists could go and basically mess around with the tigers for a photo opportunity, play with their tails, you know, basically animals that weren't able to consent to humans messing around with them. And it was brought to her attention, and she completely dismissed it. She thought they were just domesticated tigers, I guess. And that's when I had that moment with Chantal. So I recognized that in Keemstar. So Keemstar, if you are in Gore World watching this, it seems like a lot of people don't really know the extent of his career. I've been watching Keemstar. I don't even remember what year it was. It was at least, it had to have been 15 years ago that he was on Drama Alert and he was hosting Drama Alert. And, you know, he's been involved in all kinds of things himself. He's seen a lot. He has worked with some of the largest YouTubers that have ever existed on the platform. Keemstar is huge, like huge. People just don't understand and think that somehow Chantal is going to, you know, manipulate him, or I don't know. It's not going to happen. Trust me. He's dealt with some real winners. So I started screen recording at this point when he said he was going to do the update on Foodie Beauty. So let's get into that.
Like, so fucking done for the night. Like, I'm ready to cash out. Like, I want to end this stream, but I got to get to all this shit.
I'm exhausted. I'm sorry I've been so quiet tonight.
Yeah. And we have a big Call of Duty stream tomorrow with these two. So let's get into the shit.
You don't know how sociopathic women are, especially FFG. Of course, I threaten legal action.
Okay, now this is Foodie Beauty. This is Foodie Beauty responding to LolCowLive last night. And I always forget to do this. I got to put her in 1.5 speed because she talks so slow.
You know what, this woman, just watch one of her streams. There's no talent, there's no camming up, it's just sitting there pausing the spacebar and fat shaming me when she's got 12 gins herself, alright? This woman is a Danny DeVito Batman from Batman, alright? Penguin from...
Who is that? That's French fries?
Yes, French fry girl.
Batman. She has no place. Make her cam up, please. Make her cam up. Just do it. She won't do it. At least I show my fat self, right? So anyway, this woman is insane. I travel regularly to Canada, because, you know, that's where I'm from and my family. She on my live, she would take note of my backgrounds, the stores in the backgrounds. And she would then drive down to my hometown where I was, go to stores that I shop at and ask.
Hold on. I got to just put a timeout on this. And this is why, chat. Foodie Beauty will be back on this show. You know for a fact that she is coming back on the show. And how do you know that? Or at least on Queens. How do you know that? Because she was willing to upload a video today to correct the record to us. Like the title of her video says, Dear Keemstar, you need to know who you had on your show, right? This whole video is directed to us, for us to watch, meaning she's going to want to come back on. So we will have her in the future. She probably won't come to LolCowLives because the husband said no, but she'll probably go to Queens. So
them a picture and ask if I shopped there, just for content. So for example, I always smoked weed. In Canada, it's legal. Here, it's not. But when I would go back to Canada, I would smoke. And I went to a dispensary, and I didn't tell anybody about it, because why do I have to? Why do I have to tell you what I'm doing every minute of the day? You know, why would I tell people that? Like, I don't know. So they suspect.
So this is just the video that she posted earlier about, you know, FFG is this, Yaba is that. These are the people that you listened to the other night. The usual. I mean, it's just so repetitive. It's unbelievable. This, you know, she should have apologized to Keemstar and to the cast of LolCowLive for accusing them of violating her. So, but, you know, she just repeats the same old thing over and over. And if you are new watching Foodie Beauty, this is what she does every couple of weeks, constantly. She's on rotation.
New fans that came over from Yaba and French Fries are putting in the chat that if Foodie Beauty comes on Queens, that they're going to unsub. Why? Do you think she's going to have a good time over on Queens? I don't think so. With Grace, Tina, and Becky? No, they're going to be confronting her. Like, why would you unsub? Like, that just seemed, I mean, do whatever you want, but that seems stupid.
Yeah, they're going to destroy her there.
I know. Like, why would you want to unsub and not watch that? Like, they do this thing where, like, well, we don't want to support her. We're not going to pay her. I'm just saying we're going to have her on as a guest.
Like my mom.
Yeah, so that's what kind of told me I don't think the community really understands what LolCowLives is about, what the show is like, and what they do. And the other women that are going to be on LolCow Queens, this isn't an opportunity for Chantal to increase her stardom. She's going to get a lot more attention. I'm telling you, she's not going to have a good time. If she's desperate enough for the money, she'll do it, I guess. So you can see Xylee gets real here. She was on the show the other night. Bye-bye. Y'all don't run shit over here. And yeah, some people in Gore World do have a sense of entitlement that they can tell different channels how to run their channels. And it appears that that's happening on LolCowLive as well.
Mom after my uncle, and that there's literal proof of who my dad is online. Easy. I can't. I'm sorry, Keem. I can't with dumb people. I'm sorry. But
see, this is directly to me. I'm telling you, bro. She doesn't hate us.
One is inbred, Yaba. It's you. You are straight from the movie Deliverance. You rabid chick hillbilly. You sound inbred.
Oh, they said in the chat that because I'm platforming her, that platforming thing is like, I've tried to say this a million times. The platforming thing is like a term used in like what? Like 2020, 2021, like that cancel culture thing just doesn't exist anymore. Like,
yeah, it's full on retarded.
Yeah, we don't care. Like, if someone's acting a fool, right? I'm going to bring them on to confront them. You know, like you want to see that interaction, right? You definitely do. Anyhow,
you look inbred, huh? Chantal, you're projecting. I've proven so many times that I don't pay for shit here. I pay for my debts back in Canada. By the way, Wings, you're wrong. Maybe do some research. I cannot escape my tax debt. I can't just run here and be like, I'm not going to pay Canada. No, that doesn't work that way. You have to pay taxes. And because Kuwait doesn't have a tax treaty with the US and the YouTube is a US-based company, I have to pay taxes. So no, I didn't run away from anything. I ran away to escape shitty stalkers, but also I fell in love with somebody and moved here. And if he was wanting to milk me from YouTube money, he would want me to do the show. Make it make sense. I told him how much you guys make on LolCowLive, and potentially I could make just as much. Because look at the views I'm bringing you. If I were to engage on a regular basis with this lowbrow shit.
No. Foodie Beauty, you did not bring us the views, okay? You didn't bring us the views. Yaba and French Fry Girl brought us the views. Like, come on. Don't take credit. True. Dude, they went out and defended us because you wronged us, right? And then them and their fans wanted to come on our show to give us the lore, right? And to support us because you wronged us, Foodie Beauty. Stop taking credit for it, bro. It wasn't you. You didn't get us the views. They did.
Please. But he said never. Because he cares about me, my mental health, and my journey to becoming a better Muslim, trying to build a newer audience on different content, travel content. I have a lot of videos up of me traveling back and forth to Canada, Kuwait. Very interesting if you want to watch those. He would want me to do the show if he didn't care about me. And all he cared about was money. He doesn't need my money. To live in this building, you have to show your bank account and show that you have money and that you have a job. To get a car here, the same thing. There's no proof, is my point, of any of these baseless, rumors. And I find it funny.
Did she just really try to like flex that you have to show your bank account to live in a building? Every building you have to do that.
Yeah.
If you get in a shitty ass fucking Section 8 apartment, you got to prove source of income, get your credit check, get a background check, first and last month's rent. This is not some like higher upper echelon man that you're with because he can get an apartment. Money he showed them was your money because you're giving it to him.
Also, I'm sorry to go in on the religion. I don't mean to at all, but I'm just saying, if you want to be a better Muslim, gluttony is a sin in the Muslim religion. I just Googled it, so you might want to come back.
Foodie beauty.
Do you see what I'm saying? Okay. These are the type of clowns that are going to be calling her out. Like Boogie. Okay. Like, he's lost a ton of weight. You should have seen him before. And he's telling her to stop eating so much if she wants to be better at her religion. Okay, this is the type of BS. It's going to go in a lot more. And people who say stuff like that really just make themselves look silly because they don't understand my religion, but they want to talk about it. But it's to shame Foodie, so whatever, right? Right.
Look, all right. French fry girl didn't do anything to me. She didn't. I have no beef with her, okay? Yaba didn't do anything to me. I have no beef with her. Okay. They came over. We had fun. We talked about the lore about you. We had a good time. Just like when you came on, we had a good time, right? They're not uploading videos saying I had a horrible time on Keemstar. He tried to make me put on my camera and they didn't hit me with any false, weird fucking Me Too crazy. You did that, bro. So now you're like, you're uploading this video and you're trying to convince me like to take your side over theirs. I can't do that. You wronged me, bro. Like, can I get an apology? Like, can I get at least an apology? Like, hey.
Never will.
Like, but I'm saying, like, stop trying to get me to be on somebody's side in this and realize that the beef between me and you is for what you did. Come on, bro.
Because Yaba's with someone who's literally...
Do you see what I'm saying? Okay. I mean, he's already figured her out. He already gets what she's about because if this is your first LolCow, you may not know that each LolCow, it's like they have this internal script that happens to be duplicated amongst all of them. And it's fascinating. They have a lot of the same things that they say. A lot of them say, get a life, like a lot. I've heard a lot of LolCows say that, get a life, leave me alone. It's always about deflection. It's never about saying sorry or any kind of self-reflection at all. He knows this. He's been doing this for a very long time. He already has her pegged.
Gay for pay. But whatever. The fact that someone like FFG, looking like she does, look shames me it calls out my behavior where? What behavior? Me eating on camera. When they do eat like that behind the camera. Because this bitch claims to eat pineapple. And look, the last time she cammed up, this picture, 2 years ago. What do you think she looks like now? She's like Dorian Gray. I'm sorry. No way. Make her cam up. If she's going to talk shit.
Maybe that is a fair point that Foodie is making. Like, hey, if they're going to comment on my looks, they should have to show their face too. Like, I actually do get that point. I'm going to, you know, it's a good point. She's not wrong.
Yeah, like one of them said she doesn't have a camera. How the fuck are you calling in then? You don't have an iPhone? You don't have an Android? Every fucking thing has a camera. Why the fuck do we let her away with that?
I'll give Foodie 1 point, but you got to understand, she's like negative 100. So now she's negative 99. Like, okay, it was a good point.
Underground and Rage Potato FFG being on LolCowLive. Just gonna put it out there. Keem,
wait, can I pause that? Okay, so these were the two ladies that came up. All right, I think at the top is French Fry, and at the bottom is Yaba. I mean, I don't care what people look like, bro. Like it's whatever. Like, come on, Foodie Beauty. The fact that you're a larger woman is just something that people are going to tease on you about. It's just something people are going to say. I call fucking Wings and Boogie land monsters all the time. They call themselves that, right? Yeah. Like, it's not that serious, bro. It is not that serious. Come on.
Can I make a comment here?
Exactly. That is why I named the channel what I named it. Are you serious? Lighten up. Yeah. Take it easy, okay? Jeez. Seriously, okay? Seriously, are you serious? Relax.
Like if you put a beard on Yaba, she looks just like Boogie.
You're right.
What? You could be brother and sister.
God, I need to lose weight.
No, she would need glasses too.
Yeah.
And she would need a liar tattoo. And as far as I know, Yaba is not a liar, so that's not going to happen. But you know who is a liar? Foodie Beauty. Bro, listen, you don't understand. We would be cool again, but you need to do a punishment. You need a punishment, Foodie Beauty. And you know that. You're a fan of the show. You watch the show, Foodie Beauty. You know that you mess up. I don't really want to hear an apology. I know I said that.
And she said herself that she enjoyed watching Boogie picking up trash on the side of the road. That was his punishment for lying about cancer. In addition to the tattoo that he got on his face that said liar. I actually made a video about that, so check that out if you missed it. Yeah. So she knows that was one of her favorite videos, she said. That's what the type of content that she enjoys, she said. So if she enjoys it, maybe she can do it.
Earlier, I'm retracting that. I want a punishment, all right? For all our entertainment, like you got to do something humiliating as punishment, and then we'll forgive you.
Keem, you really ran a circus, a clown show. It was embarrassing. It was embarrassing. You have no idea who these people are, so.
Well, it's just like when you came on, I had no idea who you were, right? I give everyone a fair shot.
You're going to learn today, okay? First, I just want to say my entire point, as usual, what I said, as usual, was completely misconstrued. I said a million times I was mad at myself about what happened. I shouldn't have allowed myself to go up there, and I shouldn't have allowed you to look at my pictures. You probably would have done it anyways. The fact that kid behind the camera.
Why do you got to keep saying that you probably would have done it anyways? I did it for entertainment. Do you think I really want to look at your box? No.
I mean, she wishes. She wishes. Yeah, I mean, it's weird. It's weird. She thinks that all men, by default, will be attracted to her.
I don't.
He took one for the team.
Yeah.
I looked at it just to like fall out of my chair, make a big reaction out of it. You know, I'm an entertainer. You know, somebody in the chat said I have a punishment fetish. I have an entertainment fetish. I love this shit.
She didn't really have proof we actually looked at her box. We could have been looking at like a sale on Facebook, far as she knows.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, come on, bro. Like, come on. It's not, none of this stuff is that deep. You know, who cares that you're fat? Like, obviously, you should get healthy or try to get healthy. I know it's a tough battle, but it's not this deep. It shouldn't cut you this far, right? I'm sure Yaba and French Fry Girl are not crying right now watching this or when they review it later. They're not going to cry over this. Like, they're not. It's not that deep. Chill out, bro.
Yeah, Chantel, again, I get that you were mad we brought those women on the show, but Keem has made it abundantly clear time and time again. He doesn't really care if you're a good person, a bad person, a medium person. He cares if you're entertaining.
Life with Ron just joined membership so he can chat. Oh, my God.
Yes.
Right? That's why I'm still on this show, because I brought the fucking entertainment. I'm willing to do it again. You bring the entertainment, you're back on this show. Those women were entertaining. Yes, it was a clown show. That's what was entertaining about it, Chantel.
And guys, you know why I don't care about good guy, bad guy shit? Is because everybody's bad and everybody's good. You know? Now, if you get to something that's like criminal, then yeah, obviously we got to shut that shit down. Like Trap Daddy and this weird, crazy sexual harassment of Boogie's girlfriend. Yeah, I'm going to shut that shit down. Like, that's not entertaining. That's just fucking, you need a fucking restraining order, buddy. But yeah, I don't care. Like when people started fucking, building the entertainment business, right? When movies started and whatnot, they're not over there trying to, are they a good person? Do they deserve to be platformed or not? No, that's not what entertainment is. That's so weird, bro.
Camera is taking, a gleeful joy and is laughing at the fact that he tastelessly was the one who distributed my picture, even if it was on my OnlyFans in the past. That's my opinion. I don't think it's right to do.
Yeah, but dude, listen, you're lying right now because it was on your YouTube community tab, Foodie. I know you watched the stream last night. I know you've seen it. Right. This has been debunked. It was on your community tab. I got so many different witnesses, screenshots. People are archiving it so you can go in the time back machine to see it. Like, you did not, like, you put it on your community tab, you deleted it, and then you put it on your OnlyFans. Like, you're still lying about this. Like, bro, come on.
To a woman, I don't think it's right. And a part of me feels like you guys don't give a shit about that. And that is why I didn't think that I would be good for the show. Okay. nothing personal, whatever. Do you, all right? At this point in my life, I'm not the person I was that these people go up on panel and bring up. I'm not that person anymore. I still swear a lot and I still sin, whatever, but I've moved on from that part of my life. I'm 40 and it's just not a headspace. It's not entertaining for me really anymore. I thought that maybe it would be, considering my past and, you know, my status as a LolCow, whatever. I really don't feel like I am a LolCow anymore. I feel like I don't really do much. I'm kind of boring now, but whatever.
Bro, this is probably crossing a boundary, right? But you are a public figure, Foodie Beauty, so I have a right to have an opinion, right? Just like anyone has a right to have an opinion on me. You probably should break up with your husband and get away from him. If the stuff I heard last night is true, which I think you confirmed on this show, right? Didn't she say that the poop thing was true? Like, you should probably separate from that man. You should. Like, I'm sorry if this feels like I'm crossing a boundary or something, but bro, that's not good. That's not good. How do you change and now you're a better person and now you're in this horrible situation? It does not sound good at all, bro.
I want to point out the fact this YouTube doesn't come with health insurance either. And you're 40, looking like me and Boogie. We got experience here. Your health ain't going to hang around. And when your man's shitting on other girls behind you and cheating on you and you're stuck in Kuwait and you get sick without health insurance or any way to fix yourself, you're going to be in a world of hurt. You got menopause coming. You got all kinds of things that's going to be going wrong. You got checkups you got to do. Get your ass back to Canada. Leave his ass. And stop being this manipulative person. That's the thing I hate about Foodie Beauty is like she'll backstab you, be manipulative, play the victim. I don't give a fuck she's fat. I don't care about her looks. I don't care if she smoked crack or she does wheelchairs. Stop being manipulative. Just be cool. You're a cool person on your base level, but you're making all these fucking mistakes. Fix your life. Move back in with your mama.
I bet all these people that hate her, if she were to leave her husband, they'd say, well, she finally got some sense in her. They'd actually say something positive. Because that's wild that you're in this situation. And not only is it like bad for you, but it seems like it's bad for your fans. Because if your husband's messaging and DMing your fans and trying to take advantage of your fans, like, bro, come on, what are you doing? What are you doing? And by the way, I seen the text messages. I had a whole list of them. They were in our docket and I deleted them because I was like, look, bro, everyone knows the story's true. I don't need to prove it and bring up these text messages up, right? I seen them with my own eyes. They're real. Your husband was messaging that girl. Bro, what are you doing?
Whatever. I eat and
It's like he's saying it all. So I'm like, oh my, yeah, he's saying it all. Yeah. So, you know, of course, I always include the live chat and, you know, there's plenty of incorrect information in there. You know, I don't really want to go over it all. Just that, you know, she's not in Kuwait illegally. She literally has to go through the airport and go through passport control. And she has an e-visa when she comes back in. No one sneaks into countries, okay? Unless there's some open border someplace, I guess. She's not running over a border into the country of Kuwait. She goes to an airport. She flies in. It's not like flying domestically. You don't just get off the plane and go out to your car, okay? There's a whole thing. There's a whole thing coming back to your country or going to a country.
Job. I travel, do things around Kuwait, whatever. So, and any opportunity, they're going to leech off of it. And that's kind of what you guys are doing.
That's not a fair assessment. Like here's something I learned from Foodie Beauty because I've been in the same boat you're in. I used to have a whole mezzy of people making more money and more views than me on my own life, right? And I was reached out by Keemstar and he said, I can fix this. And I was hesitant at first, but he helped me fix it, right? I make more money than all my troll channels combined now.
Yep.
Isn't that something? Like, Boogie I think he still has about 4 million subscribers. He used to have a ton more. These are both absolute train wrecks. And Keemstar reached out to Wings of Redemption and was like, I can help you. And of course, he says he was skeptical, but he's making more money than he ever has. Like literally sitting here, he does a lot. I guess he's doing a lot, like, you know, managing the Discord while the show is live and bringing people in and all that stuff. So, you know, but yeah, but she doesn't see an opportunity when it's right in front of her. She it's the self-sabotage is incredible.
Or popular. And you know what? I have less trolling now than I did back then when I tried to defend myself.
Because every time one of his trolls came at him, he fucking destroyed him here. Just the same way we destroyed one of my trolls tonight. You could not ask for a better friend than Keemstar. In the position you are in, you could not ask for a better. And this guy's willing to manage you and help you make money. You know you need money because you asked for money to be on this show.
Yo, the first thing I would do, Foodie Booty, and this is probably going to scare you away, but the very first thing I would do if we were working together is I would bring in all the skeletons, have them call you out face to face, figure out what the truth is, right? And get you to a point where lying is out. Lying is not allowed anymore. If someone comes in, hits you with an allegation, and it's true, you got to sit there and take that L. Because how the fuck can you move past anything if you're not accountable, right? Like this whole thing with Boogie and the cancer thing. He tried to lie. He tried to lie over and over and over again. He tried to weasel out of it. We were like 4 shows in before we got the truth where he actually lied about it, right? Now we got the final truth. Now he's got to be accountable for it, right? And trust me, people wanted him off the show. But I told him, I said, listen, you know what people really want? They want to be entertained. So you're going to take some fucking punishments that you don't like, right?
Yep.
He went and got the liar tattoo. He picked up trash on the fucking highway. He held a sign that said, I faked cancer, and people threw water balloons at him. So not only did we get accountability, but we also got entertainment, and we got to a place where people forgave Boogie. They didn't forget. Forget, but they forgave him and they accepted him back. And that's what needs to happen.
Because
I don't think they forgave. I think they understood Boogie at that point. You've seen that he was a human. He didn't mean to do it, and people make mistakes. Right now, people are looking at you as a subhuman.
Because I'll tell you, Chantel, accountability feels pretty good. And I'm in a position now where everything I say is scrutinized. I can't lie no more. If I wanted to lie, I couldn't fucking get away with it anymore. That's great. Because again, I've said this before, most morbidly obese people are habitual liars. We learn to lie to like try to make people leave us alone. And that's who you are. I'm in a position where I can't fucking lie no more. And it's great. You could be in that position too. If you come here, you entertain people, you're held accountable, and God, the new life you would have. You'd be so happy to have it.
And also, I don't have a line of communication with you. Can you please re-add Wings on Discord at least? Like, I don't have any line of communication. Like, you had to make this whole video, direct it to me to communicate with me because there's no line of communication anywhere. So add Wings again.
Yeah, so she knows Wings, I guess, outside. And, well, Wings recognized her in the chat a couple months ago. I was watching and she appeared in the chat and he was like, is that Foodie Beauty? And she was like, oh my God, Wings recognized me. So he's saying, add Wings again on Discord. And then I made a joke in the chat.
Discord, so we can at least communicate. But, okay. All right, so this is her discussing her husband.
By the way, Yaba's history is even more dark. Her Kiwi Farms thread. Her and her wife.
All right, so I believe this is it. But my joke is you can pay to send her a message on Cameo. You can get in touch with her there. So this is when she says something particularly dark, okay? And I didn't catch all of it, but this was just watch Keem's reaction on this.
By the way, Yaba's history is even more dark. Her Kiwi Farms thread. Her and her wife.
I'm sorry, this is her discussing Yaba's history. My bad, not her husband.
Have bullied somebody with mental illness. They deleted themselves. I'm not saying that's the reason, but it didn't help. Her husband came on.
I'm already done. I'm already done. No, I will not hear any more of this. I will not hear. What you just did is fucking evil. What you just did is so evil. I've dealt with this myself. I interviewed a content creator known as Etika, and we were talking about simulation theory. And I said, you cannot believe that this is all fake and this is a simulation and life is a video game because then you have no reason to live. Like 5 weeks later, he ended up committing suicide, and people said it was because of me and because of me saying that. Bro, this is personal for me. That is disgusting, Foodie Beauty, and you owe her an apology immediately. Holding someone responsible for suicide because they were fighting at the time is an evil fucking thing, and I have been the victim of it, and it sucks. It sucks. It cuts you so fucking deep, bro. So I don't even want to watch any more of this shit. I want to see a fucking apology for that immediately. That is just so fucking wrong.
That's another punishment she needs. Yeah, you fucked up when you actually hurt Keem a little bit. You know you're super fucked up. You fucked up.
No. Forget about adding wings on Discord. Nah, that's fucking. I'm gonna end the show. I've had enough. I'm gonna end the show. No. I fucking hate that shit. It's just so fucked up. You don't like someone, so you're blaming them for a suicide. No. And you even said it yourself. I'm not saying that's the reason. Fuck you. Why'd you bring it up?
What's the matter, Foodie Beauty? Why you upset? You've been wanting on
End of the show. Goodbye. Sorry, I'm mad.
Found out pretty fast this isn't your hug box, and Tina's here with the truth.
So I think Keemstar actually has Etika's name blocked in the chat because I wrote rest in peace Etika and it didn't show watching the playback here. So this was Etika. He was 29 years old. And as I said in the beginning, he had a lot of mental health challenges for years. And he did have a very successful YouTube channel. He was a gamer. So he played a game and he was doing reaction videos about Super Smash Bros. 4. And he did a reaction to a new Pokemon character. And he started YouTube, I think it was like 2012, around 2012. And this is how far back. This was not even the beginning of Keem's career, but that was about the beginning of Etika's career. His name, not on YouTube, his government name, as we say, was Desmond Daniel Amofa. He was born May 12, 1990, and he did pass away on June 19th, 2019. He was 29 years old. So what Keem is referring to, so each time Etika would have, a channel would be taken down for some kind of violation, he would start a new one. And he started one in October 2018. It was called Etika FRX. And that was terminated in April 2019. He posted pornographic material there. He did post that again on a different channel prior to that. And he tweeted some things that, were self-unaliving in nature. So he was live streaming from his apartment one day, and he was being detained by the police. And this was on Instagram Live because a concerned fan talked to the police about his tweets, being unaliving in nature, self-unaliving. And he wouldn't allow the police to come into his apartment. He said he was scared. And that was for about 45 minutes. And he did end up being escorted out of his apartment by the police. And he was taken to a hospital in Brooklyn. He lived in New York in an ambulance. A day after, because this was all live stream on Instagram Live, Keemstar on Drama Alert did an interview with him. Etika was kind of talking about, he was talking about saying that he was the Antichrist. He was referencing death a lot, his views on the world, and, that it was all kind of a simulation. And so Keemstar wanted to know if everything that had happened up until that point was just a publicity stunt, like you trying to, get your channel back up, like what's going on, or was this like a genuine, issue? So he said, no, it wasn't a stunt. And he said that life was a video game and that death means nothing. So Keemstar asked him, well, if this is all just a simulation, then why live? Why don't you just jump off a cliff? If it's a simulation, who cares, right? So they started arguing a bit, and Keem said that Etika blocked him on Twitter shortly after that. Some other stuff went on with the police again. He had an altercation with a cop. All of his, the way he was acting and everything, people just thought that he was, just being funny. And they didn't realize, I guess a lot of people didn't realize that, he was not well. So he uploaded a video on June 20th, 2019 called I'm Sorry. And we can watch that. It was, of course, taken down from YouTube. And he's walking through the streets of New York, and he's talking about his mental health and some thoughts about social media being, not being a good thing. So it was a day after this that he was found. And so I'll talk a little bit about that after we watch the video.
I'm sorry, yo. I'm sorry I betrayed your trust. I'm sorry I pushed you all away. I'm sorry I made a clown of myself. I apologize. I wish it didn't have to be this way. But unfortunately, I'm breaking my own rules. No bitch niggas and shit. I shouldn't have pushed so many people away. Now I've got nobody. You know, I wasn't suicidal before. I really wasn't. But one thing I didn't realize was that the walls were closing around me so fast. I really had no intention of killing myself, but I would always push it too far. I guess I am mentally ill. Or maybe I will. I'm not trying to put responsibility on it. I mean, I did a lot of wrong too. I did a lot of wrong. Everyone's got to pay for what they've done wrong at some point. Everyone's got to pay for their sins at some point. I guess mine caught up to me. I'm sorry to those of you who I betrayed. I'm sorry for leaving such a stained legacy. I hope that my story maybe helps to make YouTube a better place somehow in the future, to where people know boundaries and limits of how far things should go. In an attempt to be edgy, I fucked up my entire life. It was a fun life. I had a great time. It was great, but for it to be cut so short. It's fucked. I know this world's gonna forget me. I know y'all are all gonna move on. And everything's gonna be good, you know? There'll be technology and games and movies I'll never see. I'll never see Attack on Titan. That last episode with Grisha was crazy too, bro. I'll never see how Attack on Titan finishes. I guess it's starting to hit me now because I'm starting to break up a little bit. I'm like, oh fuck, tears are coming, nigga. Here we go. Bitch nigga time. It's bitch nigga time. Fuck. But nah, I'm gonna keep my composure. There's a lot of things I won't see. A lot of people who I wanted to see grow up. You know, John, shout out to Katie and you and the kids. Wish I could have seen them grow up. Wish I could have seen what happened with the boys, you know? Wish I could have seen what happened with everybody. You know? I've come too far. Was it the social media? Was it the mental illness? Was it the edginess? It was a mix of all of them. But I ultimately turned down help. And you know what they say, you can't help somebody who doesn't want to help themselves. I just didn't realize I needed help. That's how deluded I was, man. It's not your fault. I don't want you to blame yourselves. It's all my fault. I'm the one that pushed y'all away. And then I deluded myself into thinking that somehow I didn't destroy a big part of my life, that somehow I was ahead of the curve. It was like that heavy delusion that I couldn't pull myself out of. I didn't even know I was in it. I was saying and doing things that made no sense. All because I was too scared to drop my image. Fuck, man. So, I deserve whatever's coming to me, I suppose. I'm sorry I let y'all down. I really apologize. I wish I could have been stronger. I wish I could have lived better. I wish I could have done more. I wish I was more receptive. I wish I was more open. I wish I wasn't so combative. I wish I didn't think I always knew the best. It's a confusing world sometimes, dog. Keemstar, I wish you the best, my nigga.
So I realized watching the entire video that, YouTube took it down immediately. So they're going to take this down as well. So you can find the video online in different places if you do want to watch it. It will absolutely be triggering if you are having thoughts of harming yourself, and this is a phone number that you can call in the US if you feel that you are struggling and you need some help. So after he filmed this video, they found some of his belongings on the pedestrian walkway near the Manhattan Bridge. And he was reported missing a day after he filmed that video. After he uploaded the video, rather. People tried reaching out to him, and they wanted to offer him help and show their appreciation for, everything that he's done. He's had successful channels, and he had more of a positive impact than he probably thought, I'm sure. So they found a backpack, his wallet, a laptop bag, a cell phone, a change of clothes, and a Nintendo Switch. The cause of death was drowning. He jumped from the Manhattan Bridge. And Etika was 29 years old. After he was found, well after, journalists and different mental health providers, they found videos that he had posted that showed evidence of him having mental illness. And a lot of his viewers saw it as him joking and, being funny. And so some thought that this final video was also a joke, that he was just like trolling everybody, clowning them. Keemstar thought that final video was another publicity stunt, which, he thought that some of the previous ones were, and it doesn't seem that they actually were. And Keem said, "I was never fully convinced that he was mentally ill or in trouble because of our private convos." If people are actually, people actually told Keem that, that's a horrible thing to say to anybody. No one is the cause of anyone self-harming to any extent. You're never the cause. Never. So, some of Etika's fans kind of targeted Keemstar and blamed him for causing it, for Etika ending his life. Keemstar posted screenshots of text messages that were sent to him by Etika's mom and said that Etika loved Keemstar's show and he wanted to make it his appearance on the show on Drama Alert to just be to make it like a really good appearance. So, they had some conflict, similar, somewhat similar to what you see on LolCowLive, arguing and, things, it's for show. So this was one thing that kind of sparked the battle between H3H3 podcast, Ethan Klein, and Keemstar. And Keemstar responded and said, his mother came out with a statement saying, "I am in no way responsible for the tragic loss of Etika, and he's still doing it. He just made this big rant and said stuff that I have never said." Keem also claimed that Etika's friends and family had told Ethan Klein to stop using Etika's suicide to attack Keem. Keemstar was a huge sponsor of G Fuel. In the Drama Alert videos, he was sitting behind a desk and he always had this G Fuel stacked up around his desk. So he ended the sponsorship with G Fuel. So no one is ever responsible for someone else harming themselves in any way at all. Never. And it sounds like Chantal was about to go down that path of, in her manipulative way, blaming someone for someone else ending their life. And, so I can see certainly why Keem was deeply affected by this. Of course. And to the point where he just abruptly ended the stream, as you saw. So I will post some resources in a pinned comment below if you are feeling like there's no other way out. I can tell you there absolutely is, and you're not done here until it's time. There's always another solution. I am not surprised that that Chantal continues to have a very detrimental effect on people that watch her. And this was a very good example. I've watched Keem for years, and I know how much he has been exposed to, and for him to react that way, that deeply impacted him, and as it would a normal person. Okay, everyone, thank you, and I'll talk to you soon.